The arena was still echoing with the thunderous roars of thousands of passionate fans when the glittering lights of the Peace Elite night finally began to dim, leaving behind a lingering haze of excitement, golden confetti, and an almost palpable tension in the cool night air. Cameras were flashing from every conceivable angle, capturing the radiant smiles, the impeccably tailored outfits, and the dazzling charm of China's most captivating young stars who had gathered under one roof for an unforgettable celebration. Yet, beneath the grand stage, past the roaring crowd and the blinding flashes of the press corps, a far more intense and whispered story was unfolding in the dimly lit backstage corridors where only a privileged few were allowed to tread. Among all the breathtaking appearances and unexpected interactions that occurred throughout the high-energy event, there was one specific dynamic that effortlessly stole the breath of everyone watching, sending shockwaves through the fan communities and igniting a wildfire of speculation that instantly set social media ablaze. Tian, Xiwei and Zhang Linghe had walked into the grand venue carrying the immense weight of their own monumental popularity, each possessing a distinct kind of magnetic charisma that can instantly command an entire room without uttering a single word. She arrived like a ray of pure sunshine wrapped in elegance, her wide, sparkling eyes and effortless warmth immediately softening the sharp edges of the bustling, high-stakes atmosphere. He entered with that signature quietly commanding presence, taller than most in the room, carrying a refined composure that seems to instantly turn every casual glance into a cinematic masterpiece. Throughout the official broadcast, eagle-eyed fans watched every micro-expression, every fleeting shared look, and every subtle shift in body language between the two, desperately searching for any hint of unspoken familiarity between two people who represent the absolute pinnacle of young, modern stardom. Every time the paths crossed on stage, even for a split second, the air between them seemed to charge with a sudden, unspoken energy that standard camera angles could barely contain. As the main ceremony concluded and the heavy velvet curtains officially closed on the main stage, the vast majority of attendees began their slow, choreographed exit through the primary VIP exit routes, surrounded by security detail and buzzing staff. However, according to eyewitnesses and eagle-eyed observers who remained gathered near the venue's restricted outer perimeter, the real story began in those breathless, chaotic moments when the high-profile guests were making their final departures into the late-night darkness. Rumors swiftly began to circulate, spreading like an unstoppable tide across online forums, claiming that as the main convoy of celebrity vehicles began to disperse, Tian, Xiwei and Zhang Linghe did not follow the standard, separate exit protocols that stars of their caliber almost exclusively adhered to. Instead, whispers emerged that the two were spotted moving toward the same secluded VIP transport area, seemingly coordinating the departure far away from the blinding glare of the main paparazzi line. The sheer thought of these two stunning figures leaving the event together sent the surrounding crowds and online fanbases into an absolute frenzy, striking a deep chord of romantic curiosity that fans simply could not ignore. For months, admirers of both actors had quietly dreamed of seeing them share a frame, longing for a project or a moment that would bring their magnetic personalities together in a way that felt authentic and intimate. To hear that they might have shared a private moment, stepping into the quiet solitude of the night side by side after one of the biggest media events of the year, felt almost like a scripted romance unfolding in real life right before everyone's eyes. People began replaying every single frame of the event's live streams, analyzing the exact timing of their stage exits, the positioning of their respective team members, and the sudden, mysterious gaps in their public schedules immediately following the show's official conclusion. What makes this subtle interaction so deeply captivating to millions of people is not merely the potential for glamour or high-profile romance, but the intense, magnetic chemistry that two individuals of their stature naturally generate whenever they occupy the same space. Tian Xiwei brings a playful, emotionally transparent brightness that feels deeply relatable yet unmistakably special, while Zhang Linghe exudes a gentle, protective stillness that creates a fascinating contrast to her radiant energy. When two distinct personalities like theirs intersect behind closed doors, away from the rigid scripts and rehearsed public personas, It touches upon a universal human desire to witness genuine connection hidden within a world built entirely on illusion and performance. Fans could not help but wonder what kind of conversations were shared in the quiet warmth of a private car driving through the silent, midnight streets, long after the applause had faded and the heavy stage makeup had been brushed away. As the hours ticked by toward dawn, the internet became a battleground of intense debate, emotional reactions, and passionate breakdowns of every single piece of available footage from that fateful night. Supporters framed the alleged joint departure as the beautiful beginning of something truly special, pointing to subtle smiles and synchronized movements captured during the group segments as undeniable proof of a deeper bond. Skeptics, on the other hand, urged caution, suggesting that shared logistics, overlapping management contacts, or simple professional courtesy could easily explain why two major stars might exit through the same restricted passage at the end of an exhausting, late-night production. Yet, despite the logical explanations offered by onlookers, the emotional weight of the narrative had already taken root deep within the hearts of fans around the world, proving that some connections are so powerful that they transcend simple facts and turn into living, breathing legends. In the end, whether that late-night exit was a simple coincidence born from the chaotic logistics of a massive star-studded event or the carefully guarded secret of two people drawn together by an undeniable spark, the Peace Elite night will forever be remembered for the unspoken magic that lingered after the lights went out. Tian Xiwei and Zhang Linghe managed to ignite a flame of wonder and excitement that continues to burn brightly across the entertainment world, reminding everyone of the profound, irresistible power of shared moments and silent glances. As the quiet darkness of that evening finally gave way to a new day, the lingering image of two of the brightest stars in the galaxy walking away from the noise together remains etched in the minds of millions, leaving an open-ended story that everyone will be watching with bated breath for a very long time to come.